Everybody, it's Thursday. We've got another live egg hatching. This is getting ridiculous. Are you guys enjoying these like nearly daily lives as we hatch all these eggs? Go ahead and comment below. I know I'm catching you guys by surprise. I don't know if YouTube algorithm likes when we do this, but I like you guys being able to be there. Even if you didn't catch it here live, then you guys get to get to see what's happening. You can check it out afterwards. So we're going to jump into this egg cutting. We have two really exciting clutches. And so here with us, we have, Erica, Justin, we got Jake, myself, we got Tanner over here, like hanging out kind of creepily in the corner. You could come a little closer. So this one's really exciting. These are going to potentially be, as you can probably tell from the thumbnail, I'm sure you all got it right away, Sun, Tiger, Goldenchild cows. What's up, everybody? Text your friends, let them know we're going live. This is going to be a good one. So not only are they going to be super dwarf cows, they're going to be the highest super dwarf cows ever made, highest percentage, and they got Madu in there, so a little bit of an exotic bloodline, which should be cool in the combos. It's a phantom to a het orange ghost stripe. So that means only 1 in 4 are going to be cows. I have no idea if we'll be able to tell what the heck the cows are or not, other than Goldenchild cows, which would be the first super dwarf GC cows, I think, too. So as we go in here, you want to prep it out? Oh, the second clutch is one I know a lot of people have been waiting for. It's only a couple of eggs, and so hopefully they're okay. But these are going to be, hi, buddy, F2 goat line animals. You can see the eggs are real moldy and we're having a struggle. That little poor guy, man, he can't get his head out. Look at him. He's all stuck in there. So one of the things that we want to start doing is live streaming with the guys on Palm Street. We're going to do our first one tonight at 4 Eastern. And to celebrate that first ever Palm Street live, do you want to show, you can put animals up for sale on Palm Street. We are going to auction some animals off. But do you want to show one of the animals that we're going to offer up for sale?
Yeah.
This is probably the one and only time this animal will ever be offered for sale. So you're going to want to be there. Now, last night's live, our Super Dwarf show, there's a link. I'm not technologically good enough. I guess I can go down here and put it in the link in this description. There's a code. You can sign up on there. It means that we referred you to it, and then you can follow our store to see that thing. Go ahead and bookmark it so that you know to join us at 4 o'clock. What do we have here? A little bit of an update, fresh out of the egg. We're not going to do this one. That's the one with the black tail. Go get the other one. That's not for sale. Right. We actually hatched, if you guys have been joining us on these lives, you've seen these super dwarf piebalds that we are like ridiculously excited about. So finally came out of the egg. What was that feeling like? I wasn't there. These guys did it all without me.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was so cool seeing them. Especially like the one's face just has white on it. It looks so different and unique.
And if you guys want to hear me scream like a little girl and watch Jake. Jake, can you give us your best impersonation of what you were doing while these were hatching? That's pretty good. And this is pretty much what Justin is. So Justin, is this for real? You're the new sales guy and you're going to offer the first ever Super Dwarf Super Tiger Pied.
That's right.
And a male for sale on our Palm Street
That's right,
Live.
only on Palm Street today at 4 p.m. Eastern.
Like, legitimately, you're going to make a product for this? He hasn't even shed yet.
Yeah, I know. We're going to make it, though.
That's crazy. So if you want to see what this guy's at, then we'll go from there. But as you can see, we have two babies hatching. So without further ado, why don't we start on the goats, because those guys are moldy and terrible looking. Jake, you want to kick us off? Yeah. Let's see what we got. So the goat breeding was really fun. I love Sulawesi's. They're kind of the classic big retic, and we did a little experiment to shrink these guys down by breeding them into super dwarfs. And I would say it worked, right, Jake? Yeah. We had 2 of the 3 females that we kept breed at, how big are those girls? 7 feet maybe? Coming from a Sulawesi, which is awesome size-wise. However, they had like a real blend of traits, and so what I want is actually to get basically a pure Sulawesi looking animal in that tiny size. So this is an F2 breeding. It's a really interesting cross for a number of different reasons. We'll probably do a whole video about these here pretty soon. So subscribe if you haven't been and stay tuned. Whoa, that looks like a Sula. Now, guys, these are moldy. These are bloody. These are gross. That's a wild pattern in there. This thing has such a hard time focusing all the time. Let's move this back a little bit. See if we can get you in a little bit better light. So the reason he's got a big yolk, we're gonna have to be careful, make sure he's not tangled in there. The reason that we come in here and do this is make sure that they're breeding. Wow, his neck pattern looks great. Boy, that really looks a lot different than the F1s, doesn't it? Which is kind of the rule. Like if you think about like hybrids or whatever, that's sort of how it works. All right, these are small. You want to hit these two? There was originally 7 eggs, and we're down to 3 by the end of incubation. That's not horribly unusual for first-time moms. They don't always do the best job of, look at this weird technique you've got here.
I got the weirdest.
But the first-time moms, sometimes they're not the best at like thermoregulating when they're pregnant, and so you get kind of like some weaker veins and stuff. Not every single egg will make it. These suckers, on the other hand, that's a first-time mom too. And these Goldenchild head orange ghost stripes, they're one of our smallest 50% super dwarf bloodline, and they went to a 75% super dwarf males. These are all 62.5 high. My cuteness. Look at the little nose peeking out.
Yeah.
That's so stinking cute. Hello. That one, I'm safe to say, is not a cow. So, what do you got? Nothing but yolk, huh? All right, here, why don't I open this up while you do the other one? Here, you want to cameraman for me for a minute? Let's get this guy. So, I've got a big yolk up on top here. Sometimes these guys do get tangled up a little bit. You're gonna have to be, you don't want to slice through that stuff. But these veins that bleed and everything, people freak out or whatever. We're not cutting these early. They don't need that life support system anymore. So all those veins, that's what's providing the oxygen to these babies until now. Like when they cut through their own eggs using their egg tooth, they actually slice right through those veins. This baby, it looks tangled in the yolk. What is happening here? Look at that. I can see like baby through yolk here.
Yeah.
This is really strange, guys. Normally the yolk's on the bottom, the babies are on the top. So I'm gonna pop this. There's a secondary, really thin layer. I don't know if you can see it. That's that secondary sac they need to pop. Wow, look at the golden colors on that. Now I'm just gonna make sure we don't have twins, because this is pretty oddly configured egg here. No wonder it was like molding and going bad. You know, the eggs provide the life support system for a little bit, but obviously they expire. So we're going to want them to absorb yolk over the next couple days. Why we don't take them out, we just bring their heads out. Is yours doing the same thing, all tangled up? Look at that. They all okay, so here's where it's interesting. F2s should theoretically be a lot more variable. Here I've got a really thick black one. This one's got that thick, chonky Sula head and brilliant gold colors. And this one here has a very Sula, like stretched out striped pattern. Looks a lot like the dad, but real silver colors, because the super dwarf used in these is Karompa and Kalatoa. So very interesting. Now that guy's got a real fat, they almost look like tree frogs.
Yeah.
These fat little heads. Definitely Sulawesi influenced as well. Boy, you made a mess over here, Jake. Okay, 3 baby goats. That breaks us into the F2 generation. Let's get in here and see some of the namesakes ones. So this is going to be clutch 10 for the year. I don't know if you guys knew this. You can follow a hashtag and see everything from this video to anytime these are posted on Instagram. Even by new owners, if people buy these. Could you throw that away for me, please? Let's get into this. Let's see. You want to do a couple?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. Come on, see if you can cut a cow. Let's see how good I am. Because it's not who bred them. It's not who paired them. It's not who put all the time and effort into raising them. Of course, all the hard work goes with no credit traditionally around here. It's whoever cuts the eggs at the very last minute. Right, Jake? Much to your chagrin, I'm sure. Wow, that's a really cool sun tiger. Okay, this guy doesn't look like he can get out. So I only made a sun tiger there. I think my odds were pretty bad seeing that. Whew, that's a sharp egg tooth he's got. I'm going to go ahead and pop that open. And get you a little bit bigger hole. Hello. Hi. Wow, somebody's not shy. Look at this little cute baby. Oh my gosh, I love babies. Okay, you got a 1 in 4 chance of making a cow. So let's see. You gotta pick one that's a cow, and then if we want to get a Sunfire Tiger Goldenchild cow, here's the way it works: 1 in 4 chance of cow. Half of those are gonna be Goldenchild, so it's a 1 in 8. Half of those are gonna be Sunfire, so it's a 1 in 16. Half of those are going to be tigers, so it's a 1 in 32 chance. And the funny thing is, with the Sun Tiger and the in there, like Goldenchild, you can tell right away because they're stark white, no yellow in the background whatsoever. There you go.
She picked a good one. I'm feeling 1, 2, and 4.
Oh, this guy. So cocky from the pine clutch. Here, you get to cut 2 and 4 after this.
Oh.
Can't let him have all the fun. Oh, that looks like a... No, I don't know. It's got color.
Definitely has color to it, but it's definitely really light.
That is weird. Let's see. Maybe it's a GC. It could be like a Sun Tiger Goldenchild Phantom. And that would make it really light. I like how you did the tiniest cut and then just...
My son ate a sulcata egg last week.
Not the best at cutting micro eggs. Used to the tiny ones.
Just the little ones. Little
Yeah.
house snake queen over here. That's a big belly in there. Where's your head? Oh, you're gross. That's your butt. Gotta be very careful because you don't want to hurt. While I do this, why don't you jump in there, Jake?
What would you say, 2 or 4?
2 and 4 were the ones I was feeling.
Why do you look like soup? That's your butt. You got a huge butt. What on earth? Okay, this baby has got...
Whoa.
First of all, its
Ooh.
amniotic fluid is weird, but look, it's got like cataracts, major cataracts on its eyes. This is strange too. This is very light, even if it was a Goldenchild. Do you guys see that? What's the matter with you, buddy? That's not entirely normal. It's not normal at all, actually. It's the first time I've ever seen it. Oh, get your head off of the umbilical cord. You see how often and easily these guys get tangled up. Oh, this guy's got some... I don't know, Erica. This guy's not super happy. All right, I'm sorry for the dose of reality here, guys, but if we're going to do it live, that's what's going on. Something is up developmentally with this guy. He's got a kink in his neck right here and cataracts in his eyes. I don't know that one's going to make it, and that's probably why he's got the unusual color. Oh, come on, buddy. We don't like to see, this is obviously not something that we would be, you know, like selecting for or anything like that, but I root for all the babies. I want to see them all make it, you know. See how that little guy does. You know, it is funny how often commenters on social media will say, well, you know, that's because of too much inbreeding or whatever. But they kind of say that for everything all the time. And like these particular bloodlines literally have not been crossed before. We've got island localities with superdors. One of the cool things is you have these island races that have selectively bred for strong genetics over thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of years, who knows how long. And we're outcrossing popularized morphs in captivity into these. And this is a crossing of two very outcrossed bloodlines. So it's usually not like, I think people refer to like dog breeding and stuff. Okay, GC Sun Tiger. So, and these ones are going to be, if they're not phantoms, they're going to be possible head orange ghost stripe. So we'll have to see how they go. Let's see if this guy, come here, bud. Wow, that's a big baby in that egg. Yeah, he looks healthy, happy. All right, look at that. He's got almost no yolk in there. He was ready to rock. Okay, you were wrong, Justin. You were dead wrong, unless you were going for a GC Sun Tiger.
I didn't say what I was going for. That is what I was.
yeah, sure. All right, you gonna hit another one, Jake?
Yeah.
Let's get these guys open. Make sure everybody's okay. This is why we cut them, guys. Everyone likes to be like, "Oh,
these two
you're
right
being
here,
brutal
4
to
and
them
6.
because you want to see what they look like." Nah, this is birth. You know, I don't know if you've ever been to a human birth. I've attended more than my fair share. Having 4 kids, I've been to more than that for some reason. But it's pretty brutal. But it's an awesome time at the same time. So for those of you guys that are just joining, if you love this live stream stuff, you got to come check us out on Palm Street at 4 o'clock. You gonna do some more? I'm gonna do some quick. You gonna try it, Tanner? What do you mean no? Have you ever held a baby python? No. Has it ever been like a $10,000 or $15,000 baby when you didn't? Well, maybe you can. Well, you should try. Why don't you take your gloves off? Because I don't know. Give your hands a quick wash and come back. Yeah. We'll let you try. BC Tiger, maybe Sunfire, maybe Head OGS. So what you want to do is, I'll go ahead and get the heads out if you want. Go ahead and cut the rest of that egg off for me. Okay, I'm going to cut nice big circles in there so they don't get lost. Something like this, he can just chill. You can see his head there. What'd you get? Another dark one. A lot of Goldenchilds. Well, that almost looks... Okay, I thought I was going to say it looks almost anery, but not once you pull it out. That is a head anery. So they could look anery, but I'd be surprised if we actually got any. Keep going, keep going. Tanner's almost back. Get a white one. We're way beyond cows. I wonder if this is somehow like a partially undeveloped cow or something. You know, like had a weird... I mean, you don't know with an animal like that. It's got those genetic mutations in there. Come on, come take a breath. We're getting a lot of Goldenchilds here, but not on cows. There we go. We'll pop that little sack. Come out. He's blowing some bubbles in there. I got him. What did you get? It looks white. Is it a belly or is it a cow? Why do you keep throwing the razor blade away?
I don't know.
Try it.
So
just hold the let me give you guys a little tip if you're ever cutting. I like these ones. Everyone always asks why we don't use the big spiky scalpels. They're pretty easy to stab into a snake. But with these ones, whether you have a slide out handle or Erica, if you hold it like this to where just the tip is showing, you can use a really small part to get it started. And this goes for you, Tanner. So you're gonna hold it like this, right? Okay. Tanner volunteers around here, so this is a pretty cool day, yeah? Yeah. You're going to hold it like this and make a tiny slip big enough to get your finger inside. And then what you do is you put your finger inside the little slit you made and push down like this to push that baby back out of the way. Can you gather that guy up and put him back in the egg there? So you're going to push the baby out of the way because you're going to obviously be able to feel where your finger is, have that spatial awareness to not cut your finger, but we don't want to cut any babies. Okay? Let's get you an egg here.
Can't find out where the head is with that one.
That is also very light, but I don't know that it's a cow. Here's one for you there, Tanner. Why don't you set that right there? Jake, you want to give him a hand? You start right there. What are you, baby? Super light, so it's probably like a phantom. Yeah, phantom Goldenchild.
I'll get you started and then you can...
And I'm not sure what else on him yet. Looks like a phantom GC Sun, maybe. Whoa, pretty. Hello, beautiful. Really cool. This one's got a very head anery look.
Get your finger inside. Don't be afraid to get messy.
All right. Are you guys sick of these babies yet? Is this video getting too long? Should we like turn it off now? We'll go ahead and cut the last couple of eggs. All right. Let me show you guys how it's done. Hold this one. I'm gonna go make a cow if Tanner doesn't beat me to it. Better hurry, Tanner. No, don't actually hurry. That was a joke. Okay, so I got a little finger slice going right along the ridge. I'm gonna push my finger in, and I can feel on my fingernail that baby inside there. He's got a little space, so I'll push him down as I go around. Make sure that I've got room for a tiny bit of razor blade.
Everyone's saying absolutely not. Do not turn it off. We're locked in.
Turn it off. We got like 30 more new babies too we can show after this. Oh my gosh, I didn't do it either. But look, we got a phantom tiger caught in his umbilical cord. So depending on how those get caught and whether or not they tie it and like crimp it off, it can be the difference between them absorbing their yolk or not, which doesn't always mean the end of the snake, but it definitely is like robbing them of a lot of developmental nutrients right out of the gate. So we're gonna try to fix that. Look at his cute eyeball though. So you can see the yolk going through, see the squishy white parts on the two sides, going through to the baby. Baby snakes have belly buttons, just like humans do. It's just attached to the shell instead of the mom. This looks like his tail that's in here, so I think he's okay. We can see if we can get it out. He doesn't have a lot of room in there. What did you make? I see dark snake. You did not make one either. Holy smokes, guys. We got the head OGSs everywhere. We got the... And we've got the, come on, baby.
Is this Goldilocks clutch?
Yes, this is Goldilocks, and the dad is Ace. So those of you guys that are familiar with our snakes, so there's where the umbilical cord plugs in. You see it right there? And they'll actually have a belly button even after they hatch that they can see. Now that's not really tied in a knot or restricting him in any way. Sometimes when that umbilical cord goes around the neck though, it could be a perfectly healthy baby, but it holds them back from being able to do anything. Nobody has gotten it. Has everyone cut an egg and nobody has gotten a cow? It's like we forgot how to do our jobs around here, guys. Come on. We want to make a super dwarf cow.
Saving the best for last.
There was 1 in 32 odds, and we didn't get that any. But really, just a cow alone should be 1 in 4. We've got nothing here.
I know where it's at.
You know where it's at. This guy. This
Yep.
guy. You think it's number 6? You know, it's an easier and easier guess the further we go and don't.
I told Jake that was in my top 3, wasn't it?
All right. Well, I guess Erica, why don't you look at that sac? Can you see it? That's the sac. It's just a thin membrane, but if they're caught up in it, they won't be able to breathe. So this is what we want to pop, and that's why it looks so gruesome when you see egg cuttings. There's the tail, little umbilical cord. We'll be careful not to damage that. That's a really pretty one, Tana. Look at that. It looks like metal. That's really cool. So many Goldenchilds. I would love to. He gave me a little slice with his little egg tooth. That's funny. Cute little punk. All right. He's a hardle for sure. Number egg. Somebody incubate this cocky son of a gun. See if he can hit it. He's running on that. I made a super dwarf pied high.
Let's see.
What do you think, Jake? Is he gonna do it? Predictions? Erica? Is he all talk or is he gonna back it up here?
I thought number 6 was a lucky egg.
Oh, so this is okay. We'll give Erica the credit.
Oh, okay.
If you get one, it was Erica. If you don't though, it's because you suck. Look at that. Beautiful. It's like a little tequila sunrise. Little peach on the bottom and chrome on the top. Really pretty. Okay, we've only got this and one other egg left. No! You guys are totally wrong. 0 cows. Oh, we got 2 eggs left. All right, I'm doing one and Tanner's doing one. You ready, Tanner? We need your beginner's luck. Here you go. No, I'll do number 11. You do number 8.
I think you just handed him the cow.
Yeah? You think so?
Yeah.
You know, in school, how they give you like numbers based on your last name. For some reason, Hartle always falls on number 11. So I was like number 11 everything growing up. Well, this one is meant to be. Let's see if we see a little shot. Did anyone get my Goldenchild reference on the thumbnail there? Let's see if we see Eddie Murphy staring back at us over the edge here. Can you get it? So use the tip and just. Yep. And what you want to do is just get a tiny thing going there. Now go ahead and stick your finger in there and push the baby away. And you'll have some space. I missed it! Oh no! This looks like a tiger het OGS.
Come on, Tanner. It's
You
all
can
on
see-
you.
You can see with the markers. Yeah, it's all on you, buddy. Come on, new guy.
Right.
No pressure.
That's really pretty. Look at that. Like little cheetah pattern on the belly there. Isn't that cute? There's your head, buddy. This way. This way. There. Oh, he was a little tangled too. Good job. Wow, what a cool tiger head OGS. All right, it's all on you, Tanner. Local volunteer. None of us could do it. Are you going to be the one? Man of the hour? Oh boy, that looks...
Uh-oh. You might have handed it to him.
You know you're trying to get a white one, right? What do you think? What is it?
I don't know.
All right, we're going to have to end the video there. Oh, all right. Sorry, just kidding. Oh, my goodness. Tanner, what have you done? Did you just make the world's coolest super dwarf cow?
I don't know.
The man of modesty. He's pretending. Your face is turning pink. Do you love your job or what?
Absolutely.
If you cut it, you keep it. I don't know about that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, everyone says that every live video. Holy moly, buddy. I think you got it. All right, let's get the head out of here and see what we got. We may not be able to tell fully like what genetics it's got. Like Goldenchild, like I said, you can tell, but it'll probably have to be out of the egg, unless we can really get a good look at it. Sunfire and Tiger, it definitely changes the way they look as they grow. These cows, really, they start getting real spectacular. Like if you look at the Reptarium's cow, Perdita, it looked very normal at even 4 and 5 years old, and then as she got older and older and older, whoa, buddy, look at that. Whoa, buddy. Okay, I see some yellow streaking, so that means it's not a golden child. I don't know how well the camera shows. Can you guys see the pattern? So they're white, but they still have retic pattern. See the little yellow side rosettes going down, striped down the back? It is very yellow. So it might be Sunfire or Tiger would both contribute to that. Come on, buddy. He's wound all up in there. This is actually kind of a cool look. So all snake, no fluid in this one. Look inside that vein network. Can you guys see it? How the veins are super bright red, highly oxygenated, and plugged up against the side there. And oh my word, would you look at those beautiful blue eyes?
Best for last.
Right?
That is crazy. You did that. You're going to have to tell me how once the live stream stops, because obviously we all need some pointers. You think we need a little staff training? We'll get you the whiteboard. You can jump up there and teach us all how to hatch Superdorf cows. He's like, yeah, I don't know, maybe. Like you got a Superdorf cow. He's like, what? Oh, this old thing? All right, guys. We've got a gorgeous Superdorf cow. Look, it's turning pink. These white snakes, whether they're pieds or Lucy's, cows like this, when they get embarrassed, they turn pink, just like Jake was earlier. So, come on, little one. That is cool, except for Mr. I don't know what happened to you, buddy. But overall, that's a really cool clutch. Do we have a box? Do you guys want to do an unboxing? 3 more clutches. End the stream, or do you want to see what we got from Metcafe land? Anybody? Comment section? Is this too long of a live stream? If you guys want to hang out more and more like this is definitely what we plan on doing with Palm Street.
And Sell Exotics does more.
All right, let's see some more babies. So we didn't get the pleasure of actually cutting these ones, but our buddies over at Metcafe Reptiles did these. Big fans of the genetics in a lot of these. So this is pretty cool. So we just watched clutch 10, and then the goats would be clutch 11 hatch. That means these are 12, 13, and 14. Why don't you read those genetics to us? We got 3 different clutches, but we're just going to give you guys a quick peek at some of the variety here. So go ahead. What's the first one?
All right. So purple takes are going to be Lav 50% Calatoa female.
Oh, this is a nice bloodline.
Lav 50% Calatoa, yeah.
So this is great. This is something I always say we need more of. Just fantastic. So when you breed a lavender to a lavender in retics, you get lavs, whites, and purples. And these are just really nice, very small 50% Calatoas. The parents are tiny. Everybody wants these like crazy psychedelic colors on them, and they're not very expensive. So a full clutch of these gives us a ton of really cool variety. Look at the beautiful, like the greatest thing about buying from somebody who's bred a lot and a lot and a lot, like Aaron has, is that you know he's holding the best stuff back. And so when you get in 2 and 3 generations, it's not, you know, paper to paper, a Lav Superdorf or whatever, but if you're working with someone, Aaron's been doing this for what, 10 years now or something like that, his stuff's just gonna look better. So look, lavender, 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 purple. Look how beautiful that purple it is. Almost looks like a platinum marble purple or something, just because it's so colorful and so crazy. Let's see if we got any white phase. So statistically, when you do the lab to lab, can we get a trash can over here for some papers? When you do a lab to lab, sorry for that audio, probably sounds horrendous. Half of the clutch comes out lavender, which are actually my favorite, and then you get 25% purples and 25% whites. So check this out. Look at that. There's some white phase. This one's still shedding. Look at these. So the color intensity on these white phases is insane. It's like, I don't know, like an actual Florida orange on the bottom there and yellow. And these guys get brighter and brighter as they grow. So that's really cool. Fun little tidbit. Almost everybody started with purple albinos when they started their Superdorf projects back in the day before they even realized how the Lav white purple thing worked. And so most Superdwarfs are purples. To get a lavender or a white phase is very rare. And of course, purples are still a lot of people's favorites today because they look unlike any other species. So, what's the next one?
And then we'll go with green tape next.
Okay.
That was a platinum paired with an anery platinum.
Okay, cool. So, we're going to get 50% platinums, 25% normals, and there should have been super platinums, but I think he said he missed, and he got just almost all platinums. Wow, there's a normal though. It looks really cool. With the sea ice. This is purple tapes. Gotta separate by clutch. That one's blue tape there.
Yep,
Oh, this is green tape.
Yep, there was only 10 of the green.
Oh man. Okay. I don't know. These ones are not quite yet shed. I see some that look like aneries. I see some crazy bright orange ones like that. That's really pretty. Alright, and the last one?
So the last one, the blue tape's my favorite. Motley Het Indo Snow paired with a Lab Snow.
Okay, so this is from one of my original Snow Superdwarf females, bred to a Motley Doublehead Indo Caramel Anery from a clutch that we offered years ago, which is really cool. So Aaron got one of the few Motley males, which was a dwarf. Look at that. There's your Motley Indo Caramel. Look at that contrast is insane. Not Indo Caramel, sorry, Orange Glow. And so, but because he's a Het Indo Caramel, you breed to a purple Snow, you're gonna get all orange glows in the clutch. And oh, snow glows! Look at those! Like black and white babies. That is super cool. Look at this one. That's gotta be a Motley. This one's like super speckly and crazy. So these are dwarf and superdwarf, but the way we've run these is they've gone to the superdwarf mom to try to make them as tiny as possible. Ooh, this is the pick of the litter right here. Check it out. Wow, guys, look at that. Motley Orange Glow Snow. I mean, it literally looks like whatever this purple color is, what would be colored like that, got blasted up and thrown into a blizzard. Right? It's like cookies and cream almost. And the greatest thing about this is you could take an animal like this and run it back to an orange glow again and make the Indo caramels, which is another layer of darkness, or go even beyond that into some of the rarer Moschino stuff. But look at the eye stripe going back, the head stripe down the center. A lot of increased black pigment on this. Otherwise, he's turning pink because he's embarrassed now, but it's just like a silvery white background. What a beautiful snake. Not a bad day for checking out new babies. That's 5 new clutches in one video. We will see you guys tonight, and I'm pretty sure Justin wasn't joking about offering up a male Superdwarf Pied on Palm Street tonight. So that's pretty crazy. Of course, we'll have to figure out how to do it. Maybe I'll claim the technical difficulty thing and then it won't be offered. But if he can figure out how to do it, we'll do it. He's better figure it out as well as you did the cow, huh? Good job, buddy. All right, that's it for us, guys. We will catch you next time.